G'day, Nick Goldschmidt here. This is the first time we've ever made a wine like this. This is a wine that's exclusively made for on-premise. Normally we have wines available for the broad market, but for Chardonnay, we've decided that we want to have a wine that's really different, really unique, and we've named this wine Fog's Edge. And the 2018 is the first release of this wine. So this vineyard is a very old vineyard. It's about 50 years old, almost 50 years old, and it's in the Sebastopol Hills, very close to a couple of other vineyards that we work with. And what's unique about it is, again, it's on a Goldridge sandy loam, and this Goldridge soil is really important because it means that these vines, these very old vines, can live with phylloxera because there's very little organic matter. So being an old vine, it means that it comes from some of these old mass selections, and this is the C selection, S-E-E, and the C selection was known to be a little bit more melon, subtropical character, so very unique and very appealing when it's in a restaurant scene because you're going to pour that glass of wine and immediately it's going to be very different. The other thing that we do is I trick the palate a little bit. I left a little bit of CO2 in that wine, so when you get it, you'll just get that, am I thirsty or hungry character. You're not going to see like mousse or anything like that, but you'll just get the sensation of a little bit more acidity, and that comes from leaving a little bit of CO2 in the wine, so destined for on-premise. And the name Fog's Edge is really interesting. So the Russian River is a really unique area, and we determine appellations by watershed, so where water flows into the river. And of course, the water from the hills around the Russian River flow into the Russian River. But there's also another thing that we're interested in, and that's the fog area. And as the fog pours off the hillsides into the Russian River Valley, that is how that valley is determined. Fog's Edge vineyard, or this vineyard in Sebastopol Hills, sits right on the fog line, right on the edge, slightly above, slightly on the edge, and that's where the name comes from. So Fog's Edge, Russian River Chardonnay, destined to be on-premise only, and really, really interesting and dynamic. Hope you enjoy it.